Yes, it was a great day for all of us in Zimbabwe. All of the artists that gathered from everywhere, particularly those that came from all over the continent of Africa, to give of ourselves in the service of UNICEF, which in turn gives so much of itself in the service of the children of the front line. The Frontline Music Festival gathered us all together so that artists could have an opportunity to make a difference in the lives of the millions of children from that region who were devastated by war, by hunger, by famine. It is hoped that the experience that you will have in listening to the artists give of themselves, the richness of the African culture which pours forth, it is hoped that you will be moved by what you hear and see, and that you too will want to make a difference. And it's simple enough. Just think UNICEF. Just look for the UNICEF headquarters in your region. Almost everywhere in the world we have a UNICEF committee. Find it. And when you find them, you'll find a way to make a difference for the millions and millions of children, not only in Africa, but everywhere in the world, who need your focus, who need your gift, who needs your attention. Please join us in supporting UNICEF. Make a difference.
Featuring the Bundu Boys, Yusu Ndur, Miriam Makeba, Hugh Masakela, Harry Belafonte, Brenda Fassi, PJ Powers, Manu Dibango, Princess, Johnny Clegg, and Maxi Priest.
Welcome to the Frontline Music Festival, a benefit for the United Nations Children's Fund. I am Princess, one of the performers and your host for the show. Harare, the capital of Zimbabwe, is charged with excitement and, even more importantly, hope. Major artists, intellectuals, religious leaders, and political figures have gathered to address the issues surrounding the desperate needs of the children in the frontline states in Southern Africa. This symposium resulted in a draft declaration dedicated to mobilize support and action for the future of Africa and her children. The grand finale of this event was the Frontline Music Festival, hosted by Harry Belafonte in his capacity as Goodwill Ambassador to UNICEF. Here, embodied in this video, are performances of sheer raw excitement from top music performers here in Africa and the rest of the world, working together to benefit the children of the battle-torn frontline states in Southern Africa. Our first performers, the Bundu Boys from Zimbabwe, named after the rebel army in the fight for liberation, opened the Frontline Music Festival with the traditional jit stylings of Zimbabwe. So, let's start the show.
All right, Zimbabwe. Back from their overseas tour, your very own Bundu Boys!
Song introducing our friend from Senegal, Youssou N'Dour. He'll be playing drums. Yes, Ivana. Who has met the children cry? Mororo, mororo, mororo. Come on, let's go together, Zimbabweans. I want to see your hands up, please. You haven't done that this whole afternoon. Thank you.
One introduce to you the soldier of the frontline states. His name, Youssou N'Dour.
Do
East Africa meets West Africa. Hi, I'm Princess. You have just experienced two exciting performers, the Bundu Boys from Zimbabwe and Youssou N'Dour from Senegal. Both have become very successful outside of Africa. One of the most stimulating aspects of the Frontline Music Festival was to be in the middle of the variety and richness of African music. Our next performers show the diversity of the rhythm and music of South Africa, with songs by Miriam Makeba with Hugh Masekela, PJ Powers and Brenda Fassie, who performs with Harry Belafonte and his band.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This next song was written for us by Hugh Masekela. It talks to us about the children of Soweto, the events of June 16, 1976, when the children of South Africa decided to say no to apartheid. People said these were riots, but they were wrong, because this was a revolution in that the children haven't stopped. He calls the song Soweto Blues. The children got a letter from the master. It said no more Xhosa, Sotho, no more Zulu. Refusing to comply, they sent an answer. That's when the policeman came to the rescue. Children were flying, bullets dying, all the mothers screaming and crying. The fathers were le, mama. So what a blue.
Ladies and gentlemen, from South Africa, Miss Brenda Fassie. It was a cloudy morning in Burundi. I could see the rain in your eyes. I was looking for a way to somehow make it right. The only word I found was goodbye.
I watched you from the doorway, walking over the hill, your hand shadow waving, waving in the air, and me saying, he'll be back, he'll be back, over and over, like a prayer, Monday to Monday,
Scratching in the gold dust.
so far, so far, so far away, Monday to Monday.
Sometimes I'm forgetting.
The memory of your sweet face slips away. Monday to Monday,
I'll be home.
someday.
I'll be home. Oh, it's terrible, terrible loving you from so far. Our flowers struggling in the desert sand, watered with the dry words on scraps of paper written by a stranger's hand.
But one day our home may dream again. Our babies will play under the jack around the tree. You and I will be loving close, close. A day will come when we'll be together. Monday to Monday.
I'm all down in the darkness.
So far, so far, so far away. Monday to
I
Monday.
can't ride on the blue train.
Praying, praying, praying to the rain. Monday to Monday.
I'm hiding the feeling.
So far, so far, so far away. Monday to Monday.
Sunday,
Sunday, I'll be coming home. Monday to Monday.
I'm way down in the darkness.
So far, and praying to the rain. Monday to
I'm
Monday.
hiding with the feeling.
Uzutanda zutika kazuye. Monday to
I'm
Monday.
thinking on your sweet eyes.
Praying, praying to the rain. Monday to Monday.
Time she sure goes slowly.
So far, Monday to Monday.
Sometime I'll be coming home.
Monday, so far away. Monday to Monday.
I'll be home.
Someday we'll be coming home. Yeah. Oh, lo, mama. Thank you.
There's Brenda Fassie.
It makes me very proud to be able to do a song which is simply called I Love You, Africa.
One of the phenomenal aspects of the Frontline Music Festival was the level of cooperation that happened among the artists. Manu Dibango searched the countryside of Harare and found the real sounds of Africa to join him on stage. And members of Harry Belafonte's band jumped right on stage to back me up. This next set has more of an international flavor, involving the African-influenced jazz of Manu Dibango, the pop reggae of Maxi Priest, and of course, me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on the stage right now, the real sounds and Manu Dibango!
Yalu Ekumbo Africa, Ewoye na mabele nona. Goro City, Bade Mabanga, Pakukwe Mabanga, Ogoro City, Mabanga. Oye Kumbo Babele nona Niame.
song is called Cry Me River. And we're gonna cry this river for all the children on the front line. Every time. Like a tear that never falls. It's like a story left untold. Oh, 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 oh. Like a pain within one's heart. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. But to find the words to start. Won't you cry me a river that passed away? Set my people free. Won't you cry me a river that passed away? Cry me a river that passed away. I turn it over in my mind. There's so much to do, so little time. Oh, 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 oh. Sitting paralyzed in the truth. Oh Lord, what can we do? What can we do to help the youth? Won't you cry me a river that passed away? Set my people free. Gotta cry me a river. Gotta cry me a river. Cry me a river that's gonna pave the way to set my people free. Africa! We have the ways, we have the means to turn to reality this dream. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Put our shoulders to the wheel. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the love we all can feel. Won't you cry me a river that passed away? Set my people free. Gotta cry me a river. Won't you cry me a river? Gotta cry me a river. Set my people free. Say it, cry me a river. Cry me a river that passed away. Set my people free. Cry me a river that passed away. Cry me a river that passed away. Cry me a river that passed away. Set my people free. Cry me a river that passed away. Cry me a river that passed away. Won't you cry? Cry. Set my people free. Cry me a river. Cry me a river that passed. Cry me a river that passed away. Won't you set my people free? Won't you dance to it? Won't you set my people free? Won't you dance to it? Won't you people free? Set my people free.
chins. This is where our story ends. Never lovers, ever friends. Goodbye. Let our hearts call it a day. But before you walk away, I sincerely want to say that I wish you bluebirds in the spring to give your heart a song to sing, and then a kiss, but more than this, I wish you love. And in July, a lemonade to cool you in some leafy glade. I wish you health and more than well. I wish you love. My breaking heart. You know that I agree that you and I, we could never be. So with my best, you know that it's only my best I'm gonna give you. I said to you, free. I wish you shelter, shelter, shelter from the storm, a cozy fire to keep you warm, but most of all, when snowflakes fall, I wish you love. My breaking heart. You know that I agree that you and I, we could never be. So with my best, with my very best, I said to you, free. I'm gonna have to set you free. I wish you shelter from the storm, a cozy fire that will only keep you warm. But most of all, when snowflakes fall, I wish you love, so much love.
I wish you love. And really, that's the reason that all of the artists were here. To give love, support, and help to the children on the front line. Next up on the program are two dynamic performers, Johnny Clegg and Harry Belafonte. Johnny Clegg made a solid reputation for himself, fighting apartheid with his fully integrated band, Savuka. When you talk about fighting injustice and working for children, it's hard not to mention Harry Belafonte. And wait till you hear Global Carnival. We think you'll appreciate the messages that both Johnny and Harry send in their songs. And we hope that you too will help work for the children on the front line.
Thank you very much. This next song was written in 1982 after the death in detention of Dr. Neil Agate. It's based on the Zulu idiom which says, Ikusasa lethu sizolibamba sizolilanda, which means our tomorrow we have to go and grab and fetch, because tomorrow doesn't come towards us. Say bamba silanda, say bamba silanda, say bamba silanda, when my daughter. Kitty bamba silanda, kitty bamba silanda, kitty bamba silanda. Fetch it, Selanda, Bamba Selanda, Kitty Bamba Selanda, Kitty Bamba Selanda, fetch it, Selanda, Kitty Bamba Selanda, Bamba Selanda, Kitty Bamba Selanda, fetch it, Selanda, Bamba Selanda, Bamba Selanda, Bamba Selanda, fetch it, Selanda. There's a mean machine, a telephone key, tell you what I mean, say that. You gonna eat, sleep on your feet, you gonna speak, say that. Bamba Selanda, Bamba Selanda, Bamba Selanda, fetch it, Selanda, Bamba Selanda, Bamba Selanda, Bamba Selanda. Hold me close, I'm trapped in backup season, Selanda. New sun rising up ahead, coming your way, Selanda. Kitty Bamba Selanda, Bamba Selanda, Bamba Selanda, fetch it, Selanda, Bamba Selanda, Kitty Bamba Selanda, Kitty Bamba Selanda. Fetch it, Selanda. Asimbonanga, bonangu Mandela, laphe kuna, laphe hleli kuna. Asimbonanga, bonangu Mandela, laphe kuna, lapha ehleli khona. Oh, the sea is cold and the sky is gray. Look across the island into the bay. We are all islands till comes the day we cross the burning water. The seagull wings across the sea. Broken silence is what I dream. Who has the words to close the distance between you and me? Stephen Biko, Hasim Monanga, Bonango forward to Tina, La Pecona, La Wafela Kona, Victoria Mklenge, Hasim Monanga, Bonango Tatiwe to Tina. La pecona, la wafela kona. Nathaniel Agate, la simonanga, bonango forward to tina. La pecona, la wafela kona. Almitie iwena, itie iwena, now. So viva nini la siakona, la siakona. Asimonanga, asimonango mandela tina. La pecona, la pefelicona. Asimonanga, asimonango mandela tina. La It's the first annual Global Carnival. It's the first annual Global Carnival. It's the first annual Global
gonna have a jamboree, the biggest one you'll ever see. We're gonna revel in every nation, it will be a revelation. Hear the music and feel the beat, on every corner and every street. Close the Kremlin and the Congress too. We're gonna have a hullabaloo at the first annual Global Carnival. 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 Aha! Global Carnival. Global Carnival. Israel and Palestine forming up a conga line. The Ayatollah and the Pope doing a limbo under the rope. Princess Di and the IRA, the German with the Rasta from Montego Bay. Forget the left, forget the right. We're gonna have a party tonight at the first annual Global Carnival. At the first annual Global Carnival. Aha! At the first annual Global Carnival. At the first annual Global Carnival. Global Carnival. Global Carnival. Sikhs and Basques and Serbo-Croatians, Cambodians all join in the festivities. Hindu, Muslim, Jew and Christian, it doesn't matter whatever your proclivities. But let me make it very clear, nobody goes hungry here. Harvest and Easter sipping tea with the ladies from the mall majority. CIA and the KGB swapping secrets in a mango tree. Say it's crazy, but you will see it's a whole lot better than reality. So let's get crazy, you and me. We'll jam to save humanity at the first annual Global Carnival. 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 What I say? At the first annual Global Carnival. At the first annual Global Carnival. On down now, say first annual Global Carnival. At the first annual Global Carnival. One more time. At the first annual Global Carnival. At the first annual Global Carnival. What I say? At the first annual Global Carnival. At the first annual Global Carnival. Don't you stop, mama. Look at the right person. Hey, hey. I call for Simpson. The vagabond. If I touch you, I chop off the other one. I say, don't you stop. Don't you stop. Don't you stop. Don't you stop. What I say, don't you stop. No, sir. Don't you stop. No, don't you stop. Don't you stop. Don't you stop. Don't you stop.
I was personally touched to be a part of this 16-hour Frontline Music Festival. Everyone that took part, performers, crew, and production teams, were all here for one reason: to make a difference for the children in the frontline states, children who struggle every day for their existence. We really hope that you too will help in this fight. It takes so little to make a difference. Won't you give them love, support, and a generous donation? Thanks for being with us.
I say save them. You got to save the little children. Oh, South Africa. South Africa. South Africa. You got to save them. Save them. Save the little children. front line. The front line. You gotta save them. Save them. Save the little children of the front line. Oh, the front line. You got to save them. Save them. Save the little children of the front line. Oh, the front line. Come on, brother. You got to save these little children all over Southern Africa. War rages. It's very hard to imagine that such atrocities happen every day. But we gotta make it. We gotta face it. That's our prayer. We gotta make it. We gotta face it. It is time to make a change. It is time to rearrange. We got to make it. We got to face it. It is time to make a change. It is time to rearrange. We gotta face it. Face it. We gotta make it. Yeah. It is time to make a change. It is time to rearrange. We gotta make it. Yes, we gotta face it. It is time to make a change. It is time to rearrange.
I'm James Grant, Executive Director of UNICEF, the United Nations Children's Fund. UNICEF was created by the United Nations General Assembly 40 years ago this year. Its first mission was to help the children of war-devastated Europe and Asia. In 3 years, it clothed, fed, and immunized tens of millions of children. Beginning in 1950, it began to focus primarily on the children trapped in the silent emergency in the developing countries, caused by the conjunction of gross poverty and gross underdevelopment. Today, we have the means to break this cycle of disease and poverty. We have low-cost technologies such as immunization vaccines, oral rehydration therapy against the biggest killer of children, the dehydration from diarrhea. Even more important, we have found that there's a whole new capacity to communicate this knowledge. There is a school in every village. Radio is everywhere. A surprising number of homes today have television. In the past 40 years, we have demonstrated that the world will respond to the loud emergencies such as we have had in Ethiopia, Kampuchea, and the Sudan. The challenge now is, will we respond to the new opportunities to overcome the principal causes of the silent emergency? I am confident that we will.
These dancers from Senegal are dancing for life. They're dancing for the lives of their children and the children of their nation. They're helping alert parents to the importance of vaccination. Until recently, under 10% of children in Senegal were protected by immunization. As a result, tens of thousands of children were dying or being made permanently disabled each year. But in just over a year, Senegal has become the first African nation to vaccinate up to 70% of its children. The achievement is even more remarkable because this is one of the world's poorest countries with little in the way of modern communications. But in a short period, Senegal has shown that with political will and determination, any country can achieve universal immunization. Senegal did so by unleashing the talent and enthusiasm of its own people. Traditional means of communication, as well as radio, were used on a massive scale. Countless public meetings were held and thousands of women volunteers made house-to-house visits to make sure children were brought into the vaccination posts. The whole campaign had the support of thousands of community and religious leaders, women's groups, sports organizations and school children. They all played an active part. In the end, it demonstrates that the greatest resource of any nation is its own people. This young Colombian student is taking part in a revolution in healthcare. Claudia Coronado de la Hoz is only 16 years old and still at school. Yet she and her school friends are closely involved in an important new health program. They are typical of the 300,000 school pupils in Colombia who've become health scouts. As part of their education, they've learnt about the priority areas of healthcare affecting children under 5 years old. Worldwide, education is the great untapped resource for promoting health. There are over 5 times as many teachers in the developing world as there are health workers. 80% of children in these countries now enroll in school. It is the broadest and deepest channel of information possible. It is UNICEF's belief that no child should leave school without today's new knowledge on health care. As part of her lessons, Claudia has learnt about diarrheal disease, oral rehydration therapy, malnutrition, respiratory infections, and vaccine-preventable diseases. After 80 hours of study, the students get a chance to put their knowledge to practical use. Claudia is leaving her home in Sabana Grande with training equipment which will show parents a cheap and simple way of preventing the diarrheal dehydration that is the biggest killer of Colombian children. She is visiting a family in a slum area of the city. Initially, many of the students were worried about making such visits, but in practice, they have worked out well. Donna Julia Lopez de Conrado has 3 young children, and the advice to her regarding diarrheal infections may prove to be of vital significance to her family in the future. But the importance of the project is that it is a two-way process. The students learn a great deal from their study of the issues and from their contact with the families, which often gives them a first-time glimpse of the reality of poverty. Their understanding of childcare should also be of great use in the future when the time comes for students like Claudia to be parents themselves.